Hello and happy time zone. We're going to be taking a first look at a lovely game from Keymailer called The Rain Spirit. It was quite an interesting game, so I wanted to check it out. Rain Spirit Codebreaker. First thing we are going to do is we are going to take a look at the Steam page so that you can see what the game has in store.
You'll need to find a key to unlock the door. Without it, you'll never make it.
A key? Where is it?
The key is hidden deep within a cave, but to reach it, you'll need to pass a red light first. Or was it a green light? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Oh, and one more thing. Beware of the Bloody Hearts Brigade, the Spider Queen's loyal army. They patrol somewhere outside Pharaoh Village. You'll know when they're close because they sing a rather obnoxious little song. Listen closely, and you might just avoid them. If they catch you, well, let's just say their love of singing extends to other forms of entertainment.
Alright, so that's what we're going to take a look at today.
Do you know what that sound is, little girl? That is the impenetrable screech of the Spider Queen, carried by the winds from hundreds of miles away. She towers over 100 feet tall, her many legs stretching like twisted pillars across the land.
It's available on Steam as a demo,
Yeah.
and you can wishlist it.
Shatter
So
stone.
if you like what you
death
see,
in tiny ears.
you know what to do.
Old folklore tells us
This is an atmospheric folk horror adventure game about uncovering hidden codes, a cursed rain-soaked world, a blend of adventure, fantasy, and horror. Uncover a huge interactive world filled with codes, clues, and puzzles to unlock in different areas. So we're going to take a short glance at it today, just to give you a little taste. And the demo is available, which is what we are doing. It's the demo. So alright, let's get started.
Old folklore tells of a lost and mysterious village hidden deep beneath the waters of a vast lake in central Spain. This lake, accessible only by rivers, receives an unusual amount of rain. Some locals believe it's the work of spirits dwelling beneath the surface, guardians of the forgotten village. One fall day in 1957, a proud father took his brave, adventurous daughter on their annual fishing trip, unaware of the mystery that awaited them. They reached the lake by accident, having followed a small river. But moments after reaching the center of the lake, storm clouds began to gather ominously overhead. "Lila," the father called out as the boat rocked back and forth. "We should call it a day. The rain's coming in." But before he could finish speaking, a loud, thunderous roar shook the air, followed by a sudden torrential downpour. The boat began to fill with water, and both father and daughter rushed to paddle toward the shore. The wind and rain intensified quickly, turning the storm into something extraordinary, a true phantom storm. Waves tossed the boat violently, and Lila and her father could barely hold on. "Lila, hold on! Hold on, Lila!" her father shouted, his voice filled with terror. Suddenly, a massive rogue wave crashed against the boat, and Lila was thrown overboard. Gasping for air, Lila struggled against the powerful currents, the force pulling her deeper into the water. The weight of the waves pushed her down, dragging her further beneath the surface. Suddenly, she was swept into a massive storm tunnel at the bottom of the lake, tumbling for what felt like miles as the tunnel pulled her deeper and deeper. She felt herself falling, With a gasp, she broke through the surface and found herself in a strange, otherworldly place.
That sounds quite interesting of a start. Loading is taking a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Help! Father, what is happening? Where am I going?
A very deep echo. Let's see if I can fix it real quick. I actually don't know what I would need to do that. Alright, let's see here. So I don't know if it's just my controller or what. Interesting. So up and down on my right analog is this. And then that's my left analog. So that's gonna be rather interesting. Is there a way to crouch? Okay, jump. Alright, let's see what we could do here. Inputs, joystick, reset joystick inputs, invert, apply. Look up and down are those two. Access 4 should be the same. Move left and right is that one. See, it doesn't really tell me what any of these things do. So look up and down. Look left and right. Okay. Look up and down. Inventory, I'll go with Y. No. X, no. I'm very confused on how all this stuff is working. Yeah, it's basically telling me half of my buttons cannot be used. Alright, so we're not going to attempt this one with mouse, which means with a controller, which means it's likely going to be even shorter playtime just because I'm not a keyboard and mouse person. Okay, so inventories tab, diary is Q. Pause, crouch, run. Okay. Okay, everything's on high, so that should be alright. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Let's see here. Okay, so all that's there. So let's see what we have here. Don't want to miss any little hidden things. It's odd because I have the volume on, but there is absolutely no volume coming through now. Let's see if this thing...
Who dares approach the Shadow Gate? I am the Wild Raven, guardian of the shadows, and this is the Shadow Gate, the passage between worlds, and you, little girl, should not be here.
My name is Lila. I was brought here, or that is, pulled here.
Very few are called to this place. Maybe you are part of the ancient prophecy. Answer me this riddle, or the gate remains closed to you. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind and fears. What am I?
An echo.
Well done, little one. You may pass.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. That is the only sounds that I'm getting though, so let's make sure the audio... That's a little something. I do love the atmosphere. I love me some rain. There's a lot of unused potential in all of this stuff that is we're passing. Places to put hints, places to put puzzles. I don't know if it's intentional to have us just walk through a lot of this without there being nothing really to do. If that is the case for a lot of this game, I'm not going to enjoy it very much because I don't much care too much for empty spaces because I am directionally challenged. Yes, I am. Therefore...
Chapter 2. The Village of Sad Echoes.
Therefore...
Lila felt a strange pull guiding her forward, and without fully understanding why, she followed the raven's cryptic words. The air was thick with mist, and Lila could barely see a few feet in front of her. Every step felt heavy, the weight of the raven's words pressing on her mind. She wandered for what felt like hours, her heart beating faster with every rustle of leaves and snap of a twig. "Where am I going?" she whispered to herself. her voice barely audible in the eerie stillness. The forest seemed endless, with no clear path to follow.
Okay, so that at least gives reason to it being such a vast area in between. Perhaps have that going while we're going through it to make it so that there's a little bit of pick-me-up, you know? A little bit of understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. Hi. Shit. Have you seen the birds flock in the sky? They sing melodies about the Savior nearby. Find the letter. Oh crap, is there a diary? Yes. But it does not tell me anything. Alright, Debs. You guys always do this to me. You make it to where I'm not ready. Okay. Find the letter to the brave, and you will know why. Okay, so have you seen the birds flock in the sky? Sing melodies about saviors nearby. Find the letter to the brave, and you will know why. Okay, flock in the sky, melody, savior. Let's see what we could find. I like the option to reread, but I would much rather just have it to where we have to click when we're done reading. Because it gets frustrating always having to figure out how to reread stuff. And for us slow readers, or those who were not prepared to start reading, because we are used to having the ability to just click when we're ready, especially streamers, since we talk to chat a lot. It's just important to be able to have where the game does not dictate how fast we play it, so to speak, or read it, or any of that. Because if we have an active chat, we take Rise and go to chat first, then we can lose vital information. Alright, I am not seeing anything that I can do or interact with. Oh, here we go. Okay, security gate open. That's all I could do with it, huh? Okay, so there's some kind of security gate that opens somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Just trying to find places that okay, so that's where we came in and hit chapter 2. But I ain't found any other way up. This one is not open. Nothing here. Where that is, but where does the security gate open at? Perhaps this? CEAKLBGFHI. Let's see. What kind of code are we looking for? Hollow gate. Oh, there's no N, but how many letters? 5 letters. Hollow gate. Okay, so the clue, hollow gate. Who we're gonna be looking for. Maybe Black Hollow? We'll have to see if that'll work. Another security gate open. Let's see. ELAC. Okay. Think that worked? If A equals 1, B 2, caged. So that would be a 3, 1, 7, 5, 4. 3, 1, 7, 5, 4, and of course I don't have anything to write on. Let's see here. Go into my notes page. Three, 1, 7, 5, 4. Okay. Wow, that goes really quick. And it's weird how when I try to turn it over, it disappears. Okay. Don't see anything else. Okay. Let's go up this way first, if I can. And again, when I try to turn it backwards, it's wonky. Makes me feel there should be no reason to be able to turn it. Let's see. Can't seem to interact with anything else over here. Okay. What about up here? Oh boy. So I gotta make a decision. Do I want... might as well YOLO. Okay, that wasn't so bad. So it definitely means I'm not getting back up that way. That didn't tell me anything. Let's see here. Not seeming to let me do... Okay. Of course, I'm having absolutely no hints. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Guessed it without even trying, folks. Hee. I like those puzzles. Just messing around to try to figure it out, and bam, I solve it. Black Cave's power station. Okay. And if anybody thinks I'm gonna easily be able to find my way back to this place, you are not familiar with who I am. I shall get lost 10 times over. Okay, so that's the first one I did. Alright, so wet lake, what are my things? Alright, so there's a DL, there's a Lake House Manor. Another lake house. What about this? OSQURO. Okay, let's see here. OSQURO. OSQURO. I don't have pen and paper, so I'm having to do this on my phone. Alright, so X, Y, S, U. So Y dot equals U. So Y dot is U. Okay, so 8 question mark is O. QV is X. Don't need C. Y, no. Okay, so R is gonna be the AT. Don't need Z. Or P. No W. O. So where's that symbol? W. O. H7 is Q. H7 is Q. So all that being said, let's see how we do this. Also, I do need to look at the hint one more time to see. Okay, yeah, so. Let's see. We could do the 8. Well, let's get in here first. Okay. So let's see. It should be 80 OS. Oh, I forgot to write down which one was S. So let's. Okay, so NO. NO is S. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so it's going to be 8 question mark. The NO OSQ, which is H7. U, this is a Y dot. R, which is A2. And then the O, which is this one. Alright, that sounds like I might have done it right. Or not, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, let's try it again. This time we are going to do O, I don't get it. O, S, Q is H7. U, R, and then that one. What am I missing? OSQU. Oh, maybe that's not a O-S-C-U-R-O. Okay, that might be it. So what is C? K plus. Okay. Plus. Let's see. Okay, let's try that. So. And then it was, damn it to hell, my memory. So it's O-S-C-U-R-O. Okay. O-S, so 8. Oh, shit. 8. S C U R. Oh, there we go. All right. Now, unfortunately, even though I've only been able to do 2 of the puzzles, that is my time for the first glance today. So, I may be trying this again a little bit later, but that is all the time I have left for this one. So, thank you all for joining us, and we will have a fun time next time. Have a good one.